Got some battling.
You want to knock out some battling? Sure. Welcome to Battletech Solaris Nights, episode 137, The Hillbilly versus Knockout. The Hillbilly, 2 hours ago, Amos Everett revealed himself to be alive and well as the playmaker. 1 hour ago, your good friend, longtime compatriot Hunter McGregor committed battlefield suicide via Carl Del Viller.
It's shocking.
Protests, riots, tear gas, discussions. It's getting crazy out here, but you have a contractual obligation to compete against your longtime rival for like your 4th battle. Knockout.
Yeah. It's a big deal. You see Hillbilly kind of like trying to center himself. He's in like a locker room somewhere, right? He's got like the towel over his head with the headphones in and just trying to get in the zone. Push all that away. Be where he needs to be. Focus on the here, the now.
Let's talk about interviews. Do you want to do one?
That's a good question. I mean,
it is a good question. It's a great question.
Yeah, of course it is. Yes, 100%. I mean, all right. So I feel like it's been a long time, and understanding, of course, the tumultuous nature of Solaris right now, he does know that this is a decision that has weight to it, but he will go and check in with his buddy William Wyndham Williamson.
You find William Wyndham Williamson III at an arena, actually outside of it, as part of a vigil that's being held on behalf of Hunter McGregor. People from all across the planet, from both sides of this civil conflict, are temporarily setting aside their differences to gather with candles and flowers outside of the arena. Security presence is heightened. Riot mechs have been deployed. Security mechs are patrolling the area. SWAT troops are everywhere. Police have cordoned it off, but you can't control 100,000 people showing up for one of the most beloved mech warriors of all time, a complicated war hero. And I feel like that intro I just said is William narrating.
Yeah.
As once more, he's walking with his cameraman walking backwards in front of him. They're doing the walk and tack as he gestures for you to join him, and he says, "I'm here with the Hillbilly." I feel like
they pan over, right, and it's sort of like, oh hey, kind of, because Hillbilly's there and he's laying down a giant bouquet of tulips and lilacs, and like nice pretty purple flowers on the. Oh hey, stands up and says, "William, nice to see you."
Nice to see you as well, the Hillbilly. William, I'm sorry for the loss that your stable has had today.
It will be felt for a long time, and Hunter will be missed. He was a presence on Solaris in general and in our stable especially.
There is a impromptu gang of like 5 bagpipers who've gotten together to play Highland Cathedral.
Okay.
There's a flag being set up for the Star League Defense Forces, since, of course, Hunter McGregor was, or more correctly, Fritz Jaeger was recognized for his part in Task Force Serpent, traveling to the clan homeworlds. I think that William probably stops to respect the song, and it's rough. I mean, it's 5 different bagpipers who've never played together before. It takes them like a full minute into the song before they get in sync. But yeah, it's just a bunch of people holding either cell phones or candles.
Okay.
You've still got a match today, William. What are you thinking about? Where's your head?
I've been doing my best to focus, and I think part of that is I wanted to come here and pay my respects so that I can move into that match with, at least some level of peace and acceptance of events. You come into the grand tournament, you come into any sort of day in Solaris, and you can expect this type of thing to occur. But there is definitely an aura, a vibe to Solaris right now that is difficult to keep out of you.
What are your feelings about Hunter?
He's a complicated man, but he was a good one at his core. I know he always tried to do right, by himself, by his friends.
Okay. Let me ask, how do you feel about Carl Delviller?
Carl has reached out that hand to me once or twice and been there for me. I know that he is an honorable man, certainly by the clan estimation, but also just by, me, your average spheroid, right? I think they both stood up in that match and did their best. And, I don't think either of them was going to back down at the end of it. I feel like it was going to the floor like that. Carl's moving on, so maybe I'll get my shot against it. We'll see how that goes. I don't know.
The only time you'd be meeting him is in the finals. Do you think that both of you can get that far?
Absolutely. I mean, I think if we've both made it here, at this point, it's anybody's game. I think we both have the shot. Anybody in the bracket still surviving has the shot.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add?
Oh, yeah. I just really hope everybody does their best to stay safe, stay sane, and, keep an eye out. Things are crazy.
Okay. You find yourself in the Boreal Reach Arena. I don't think you've been here many times before, actually.
Once. I remember this one once. Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yes.
Is there any moves you want to do, checking out your opponent beforehand, anything like that?
I'm committed to the path I've got here. So okay. I think I can skip the research, although it is always nice to get a little bit of a preview. But I made my choice. I've got my strategy.
Yeah. Let's inspect the Billy back in a second so you can walk me through what this horrendous
monstrosity.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Yeah. So it's revealed, and you see literally just a massive 100-ton looking hunchback, as far as anybody can tell. As far as under the hood, this thing's probably been built up from the bones of a Kodiak, right? So it's got a lot of the same basic attributes, but in terms of the weaponry it's sporting, it's got 4 ER medium lasers. These are the clan versions, and an Ultra AC-20, an LRM-20, and an ER PPC. So it hits hard. It can't necessarily fire all those weapons in one go unless I want to risk the shutdown, but it has a lot of flexibility to it, right, to move between ranges. So
what I like is that it's 32 million C-bills, which means that if you balance the game via cost, this thing would need to take on a company of Jenners, 12 Jenners.
I would love that.
You'd love to fight 12 Jenners.
They can't, no torso twist, right? We're doing quirks.
Well, in that case, I mean, you'd probably be killing 2 or 3 Jenners around. It's just a question of could you survive the large laser SRM spam?
Yeah, I mean, it would be hilarious. That's the true gauntlet.
I think you'll find yourself unsurprised to be facing off about Celeste in her Knockout Hunchback 2. No changes to it at all.
No changes.
Now, her entrance involves a recognition of her noble-blooded status as a Federated Sons noble-born bastard. The flag of Whittington plays on the screen. There's a lot of themes like cowboy boots, freedom, bald eagles, two rifles laid atop each other to form an X with a skull on the top of it. So a lot of traditional Federated Sons symbology involved in her entrance.
Does the crowd react?
I mean, the crowd isn't present here, right? It's always on virtual screens. I think the people who are excited to see her are still excited to see her, but maybe her audience is slightly smaller than it used to be. Some people don't like it when you drag politics into their sports media. And she has certainly taken a political turn. On the other hand, you've always been politically involved, so...
Yeah, that's Apex Dragon style.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
There are signs in the crowd that are being held up that say, "When is Immortal Warrior 34?" ? Dozens of these signs. They're huge too. They're like blocking 16 people behind them. It takes 4 people to carry them on tent poles.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Hillbilly is responsible for carrying the Immortal Warrior franchise forward, and certainly has been working on it.
When is Immortal Warrior 34?
When would Immortal Warrior 4 be? I feel like
34. 34.
34. Sorry. 34. It's way more than 4.
And you have to come up with a title for the movie that's as cringe as normal.
The Sins of Solaris.
Ooh, wow.
There
that actually is a good one.
Wow. There it is. That's the one. That's what's coming. And we maybe just prior to this match, there's a little like teaser trailer, like a 1 minute long, barely anything, but you get the teaser.
But it ends with the title screen, right? So you're like, what did I just see? And then like the Immortal Warrior theme plays, and then Sins of Solaris. And then the words Immortal Warrior come out of the sides and crash into each other with sparks and flames.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. We just made an entire movie. We made an entire movie trailer, I should say.
I mean, yeah, but still, it's beautiful in our minds.
Okay. Works for me. Let's roll.
Love it. All right. Yeah. So in terms of Hillbilly's intro for this one, some smoke kind of comes up, and out of the smoke that you see, what is this, a giant cannon? And it's what looks like an AC-20 that is just now sitting on the ground and kind of pointed slightly upwards. And there's a massive explosion, burst of smoke, and Hillbilly comes flying out of the cannon. Yes, he's human cannonballing out of this. And he's essentially like lying flat, like on a surfboard, on the hoverboard actually as well. And then pops himself up, kind of swoops over towards the cockpit of this massive Billy back, jumps into the cockpit. The hoverboard goes spiraling off by itself and crashes into a massive, utterly outsized explosion, multicolored, absolutely ridiculous. And he lets out a little, woo, let's rock out, knockout. And he's ready to go.
You know, I've been playing a little, very tiny, like an hour of WWE 2K22. And facing the Macho Man and then Hulk Hogan one after the other has been an electrifying experience.
Hell yeah.
You get them in their prime too, not when they were like real fucking weird.
Okay, that's fair.
You get The Rock at the end of his career, and you get the Macho Man at the beginning of his career, and you know what? That's just fine.
It is. I mean, like Macho Man, like Hulk Hogan, like that's what I think of, right? When I think of like wrestling promos, is those guys.
Yeah. Stone Cold Steve Austin with the glass smashing animation.
Yes.
For me, the number one, there's a lot. And of course, there's John Cena with like the first 5 seconds in the trumpet blast. But you're never going to beat Billy Gunn, Mr. Ass. I mean, so much so that when I needed a doctor in the Battletech universe, I just called him Dr. Ass Man. Just like the theme song, I'm an ass man.
Was amazing. Just appreciated.
I mean, was he amazing? He was pretty questionable. I forgot that you had an intro, by the way. But here, let's roll some dice now. I got a 3 on my initiative. That's dog shit.
Well, I have a 9, so
that's okay. This match is really only gonna last 1 or 2 rounds. I'm gonna get destroyed.
Yeah, poor Knockout. I really thought she'd be upgrading, but you know,
she put this mech in her roster of mechs specifically to fight you. She had choices, and she chose this one to fight you.
I appreciate that. If I should have done some research because I would have met her at her level.
We'll see. Don't get cocky, is all I'm saying.
That's true. I mean,
I could still one-shot you. It's not impossible, just improbable.
It is.
All right. I've chosen
100%. You have chosen. All
right. You're setting up as far away from me as possible. That's a really good play.
Let's boop boop. There we go.
All right. Let's see where the dice go. 2, 1, 2. It's not bad for me. I mean, it's not great, but
I forgot you're rolling these
also
guys.
3 again. 4, 1, 3. That's actually even better for me. Anything that cuts my vision to you is going to be a good call.
That's fair.
3, 3, 4. Wow. What must it be like to know that the dice have turned against you for the first time in the entire show? Boreal Reach has directly favored the enemy forces.
Specifically this map, because the dice have turned against me many times.
Yeah. I mean, the dice have turned against all of us. I mean, I've lost so many initiatives. I got a 7 in it.
I got a 9.
All right, great. I'll go first, I guess. Given that she has fought you so many times now and you've competed for the same spot, it should be no surprise when she declares you her blood hunt target.
Oh.
She picked up some new skills in the intervening years.
There it is.
And goes 1, 2, 3, 4 to hide behind this snowbank.
That's smart. All right. Well, for my part, I'm gonna stomp this big old thing up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I guess we'll turn.
What are you gonna do if those pillars in front of you just swoosh up? You're like, I'll use this as a bunker.
I will walk around it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good strategy too. Yeah.
It's the only one I got.
All right. Let's check these. Looking for a 1. Looking for a 1. That's 2 1s. It's like a 1. That reminds me of Armored Core 2.
Oh man, I love that game.
4. There was an opponent named Count 11s. No, Count 1. Okay. And he intentionally stayed at rank 11 because it had more 1s than being in first place. So it was implied that he was good enough to have earned first place.
Right.
I mean, it should be no surprise that that game also heavily influenced this show.
I have felt it once or twice.
Okay, I guess I just can't stop getting 11s. All right, 4, 4, 3.
Because you are Count 1.
Yeah, that's just who I am now. All right. I'm telling you, man, look at there's some solid sightline blockers that are just popping up all over the place.
It's true.
If only I was fast enough to take advantage of it without dying. But I'm not.
Yeah, this thing's level 3.
All right. 9.
9. All right. 9, looking fine. That is a 11. So after you.
Here I am.
Okay. Well, in that case,
Nope. Nothing blocking us.
nothing blocking us. We can see.
Well, there's this. How tall is this? Oh,
It's a 3.
shit.
So if I go up here, that
is
puts.
true. You got me.
We're good. All right, cool.
Then you're gonna
So-
get launched in the air as that goes to its full extension.
Doesn't that just bring me up with it, so I can just
It
have like a
does. It
sniping
does. But
post?
I'd like to assume that you're like, it's a me.
Whee! The one leg up, yeah,
All
for
right,
sure.
well, I have no way to shoot you because I think my max range is 12. So go ahead and 15. If you're close
it's 15
enough.
hexes.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm
that's-
saying my max range is 15.
I see. 1, 2, 3.
Immediately after this recording, we're going to start recording Celasta, Crown of the Magister. So
Oh, okay. How's that?
it's surprisingly good 5e port to a video game.
Nice.
And I want to indicate that this is how it went. James goes, I think we're in a lot of trouble. And Spoon goes, we're fucked, man. We're totally fucked. And I go, don't worry, guys. With the power of friendship, we've got this. With the power of friendship and multiple second level spells, we've got this. And you know what? We got the enemy in a narrow corridor. I cast Grease. They kept running toward us and then falling prone. And then at the end of their turn, after they got their one attack off, they'd fall prone again. And so the two of them are just getting constant advantage attacks. And I was like, that's right.
Yeah.
With the power of friendship and second level spells, anything is possible.
Grease is so good. It really, really is.
It is.
I do have a shot on you, and that is with an ERPPC at max range.
Don't you have 2
But-
ERPPCs?
Just the one. Just the one.
Yeah. What are you going to do about it?
And so I start at the 1. I add 1 for my walk. So we're at 2. Add 2 for your jump. So we're at 4. And then I add 2 for the range. So 6 hits on a 6.
Okay. I'm going to put a 4 on that die. That's witchcraft right
miss.
there.
That is witchcraft.
Yeah.
That is a witchcraft. But I'm going to go ahead and use lucky.
Son of a bitch.
And that does hit.
Wow.
That
All
does.
right. So that's 15 damage center torso.
That's right.
All right. That's almost everything she's got. All right. At the end of the round, she opens comms. I thought it was going to be an honorable battle between us, Hillbilly. Just you and me, hunchbacks till the end.
Knockout. I didn't get the memo. Nobody sent me a message. I thought this was grand tournament. Go big or go home. She got nothing for me.
She's mad because she's about to lose this match big time.
Big time. Yeah.
Huge, massive. 5. Great. Awesome.
5. We roll again.
We do roll again.
7.
11.
Okay. I do not move.
Oh, hold on a sec. I forgot to roll for these bad boys. I mean, my move probably won't change. 13 is
Same.
2, 2, 1. There's only a very slight chance it'll change, and that's if the pillars in front of me totally disappear. There is no 18, right? I suppose a 7. Only there was a D17. Is 1, 4, 2. Okay. What's your move?
What's my move? I stay still.
Of course.
It's, the right play.
$17 hexes. All right. Well, I got nothing. Go ahead.
I just feel so bad right now. Like I'm just like picking on a child.
Do it. Destroy her.
All right. Well, ERPPC and LRM 20.
Strike her down. Will make you more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
That's pretty good. That's a solid impression.
It's not even close to being a good impression. I apologize to the Emperor.
All right, ERPPC hitting on 5.
There was a lot to dislike about Star Wars Episode 9, but the Emperor fucking brought it.
What's his name? Ian McDiarmid? Yeah, he's solid.
Yeah, good job.
He knows what's up. All right, so that hits. That is left leg.
For 15?
For 15.
That's internal.
That is 1 crit.
Sure.
So that is a 4/5. All right, no, legs are just
a 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Foot actuator.
All right. Dragging that foot. And LRM 20 also hits. That is a 8 on the cluster. So on a 20 slot, that is 12 missiles. So first 5 go to right arm.
Okay.
Second 5 go left torso. And the last 2 go center torso.
I have 1 armor left.
Ooh.
What else you got?
That's it.
I mean, you say that's it, but really that's quite bad for me.
It's definitely shaping up poorly. All right, 9. All right, you're doing that.
I am. And the last one, 15 is 413. All right. What'd you say? You got a 9?
9, yeah.
I can't beat that with a 7.
That ain't gonna do it. Knockout has to feel about how I felt when I went up against that double LRM 20 guy and just got repeatedly
I've
hurt.
I forgot she needs to roll PSR for the foot actuator blow. It's at a +2.
Yeah,
so
and that was
success.
a 20. So yeah.
And the second one is also a success.
Hey.
She is currently hidden from you.
Hidden.
Yes,
Is
the snowbank is cut through your firing angle.
Ah.
I think, right? Oh, I might be wrong about that. Hold on. It might be better to go 1 back then. All right, here we go.
Okay.
I gotta do it from above, otherwise the angle gets weird. Yep, okay. She drifts behind a snowbank.
All right. Well,
it's a solvable problem.
It is a solvable problem. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I should have visibility there, right?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. $16 is what I got.
All right, go ahead. Strike me down. I am defenseless.
Let's see. That was a run for me. So let me pull that out just for.
Use your hatred.
So start at 3, add 2 for your jump. So 5, and then 2 for range. So that's a 7.
And what are you firing here?
ERPPC and LRM 20.
Okay.
It's the ERPPC first. That hits. That is, let's see, left torso.
Yeah, that's
15.
internal.
And that is 1 crit, which is a 1/2.
It's a fusion engine.
Sweet. And then the LRM 20 is going to miss. You know what? I'll lucky that. Because I can. And that'll hit. It is, yeah. So let's see. That is 9 on a 20, which is 16 missiles.
This is some roar him charge out of Helm's Deep, but there's no Gandalf. And the cavalry at the end, it's literally just them charging down the ramp and getting caught.
Just keep stumping forward, though. So far. 5 to the left leg.
That's internal.
With 1 crit.
That's bad.
4.
Roll again.
A 1.
Okay, that's super bad. That's the hit. So now, even if I jump, I think that I need to check to see if I fall.
Okay.
I think I also fall while running.
That's not ideal. Oh man, the next 5 go to left leg again.
I mean, that's it. The leg's gone. This battle's over for her.
Oh, knockout. I feel so bad.
I mean, at this point, you can just outrange her permanently.
Yeah.
Oh, and it also went left torso.
Okay. There was no crit.
Okay.
On that one. The next 5 go left arm.
Okay.
And the last 1 point goes center torso.
Center torso arm is now 0.
All right.
All right. She falls, turning left 1 hex. She takes the damage on the left side for left leg, which goes left torso, takes out the other fusion engine.
Oof.
We have to check to see if it hits the AC armor, and it also gets 2 internal crits. Is it possible she could stack full here? Yeah, it's within likelihood. It is. But she won't. She won't, actually.
Okay. Whew.
You could also permanently destroy this mech, however. All right, well, the first crit is the fusion engine.
Okay.
The third fusion engine will turn this into a non-functioning 4/5 is ER medium laser.
Dodges it. So yeah,
it's listen, a round is 10 seconds. It's not until 9.91 seconds that the surrender flare goes up. Right? She's making a call. She's screaming at her manager. Her support team is like ready to press the button to send up the surrender flare. She wants to crawl just 30 meters closer to you. She could just get close enough. She can hit you with the full blast and take you out. The dream of this betrayal. But no, you're going to totally destroy her on the way in. It's one of those matches. It's like when you watch an MMA match, if somebody gets destroyed in like the first 90 seconds, like first round TKO, right? Yeah. Some people are like hyper poggers, but the majority of people are like, I can't believe I paid $4,000 for this seat for like an hour and a half of advertisements and hype and like a 90-second bout.
Yeah. There's a lot of disappointment on the table for sure.
But you are advancing forward another round in the grand tournament, which is something even people who are upset, they still clap. They still were glad to be here to watch this moment in history.
Yeah, that's fair. And well, this mech does not need any repair. I fired 2 loads of the LRM-20, so I still got plenty. Like it can be used again with no issues.
Okay, let's talk about post-match. You say no issues, but you do have ammo problems.
I shot two loads of the LRM-20.
Yes. Do you want to reload them? If so, the mech is out for 2 matches.
I will say no. I don't need to.
Somewhere out there, Red Wolf is very sad that he doesn't get to repair your mech. There's no mech repair necessary.
That's fair.
We can hold on to it for the future.
Yeah, it was exactly. We'll bank that one, and I will go see Duncan Fisher to wrap this one up.
Duncan is in a nice suit. He's got a 1 day sober badge. He says, "I'm Duncan Fisher, and I'm here at the arena with the Hillbilly, who's moving on to another round of the championship. Hillbilly, you really outmaneuvered your opponent in the arena today. Do you think that your time in Boreal Reach prepared yourself for today's match?"
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I knew what I was about to come up against, and with Knockout, I certainly knew that her favorite strategy includes an Ultra AC-20, and certainly I brought one of my own, but I did my best to have the range to be able to make that not part of my problem.
"I'm a keen observer here on Solaris of mech fights, and I have to say I've been watching your career the entire time. I think you and I may have tangled in the past."
We did. I came out on top of that one.
"That said, when you arrived, you had a real problem with long-range battles that involved numerous changes to your mech to accommodate it. Do you feel that the arc of your history here on Solaris has led to the creation of this machine that has allowed you to win without taking any damage in the grand tournament?"
Yeah, it 100% has. I've learned a lot of lessons in my time here, and this is applied experience at this point, that's for sure.
"The Hillbilly is a man standing on top of a wall. Each brick is another battle where he learns something, and the mortar is the blood of his opponents. The Hillbilly, do you have anything to say today?"
I do. First off, I just want to shout out Maple Lock Cybersecurity. ECM got you down. The Black Diamond Executive Package is for you. Keep your feet under you in the slipperiest of circumstances. And it's only the best for the best.
All right. He reaches out to shake your hand in order to wrap up the interview before going, "I'm Duncan Fisher." After the camera's good, he says, "I'm Duncan Fisher, and God, I need a drink," before walking away.
Perfect. Oh, Duncan.
Do you have any post-credit scene here? Anything you want to push? I don't know if you want to kill somebody, maybe. That's real popular lately.
Oh my gosh. There is nobody that Hillbilly's looking to kill at this point. I think about the only thing he would do is maybe check in with Elizabeth, see if she needs anything from him in this time of trouble. And then, yeah, that's really it.
Elizabeth needs someone to help her with PR. The office is basically full of people picking up a phone, saying no comment, and then hanging the phone. And as soon as the phone hits the receiver, a new call comes in.
Okay.
Whether it's about Carl Delviller, Hunter McGregor, Fritz Jaeger, the return of Amos Everett. It's all been very sensational day here. It's only really been 3 hours.
Yeah, well, so I mean, we obviously released the teaser trailer for
The
Immortal
Sins of
Warrior
Solaris
34, The Sins of Solaris, and so he's gonna sort of lean into that, schedule some extra press junkets or what have you, and then coinciding with all of that, though, he'll go ahead and release maybe a brand new product to start taking some of the heat, maybe like Billy Brand Billy Bands, workout resistance bands for the beginner to the bodybuilder. And in the company,
is this a crossover with Eat Big, Lift Big?
Yeah, of course. And it's going to have an accompanying set of workout videos that feature Apex Dragons gladiators.
Incredible. It's been a long time since you've heard from him, but you do have a message from Percival.
Oh, yeah.
An email from him asking if there is a background role available in Sins of Solaris. Not that he's begging for a job.
Right.
He's doing great in the mech opera, by the way. Doing fantastic. How have you been? But just in case there is a spot available for a accomplished Shakespearean actor / mech pilot, classically trained.
Yeah, 100%. So, I mean, Hillbilly is just fine with a little bit of nepotism here and there, right? So he absolutely is going to see what he can do. He's going to work Percival in, find the right role. It's not going to be like the starring one, right?
Right,
but
of course.
Like,
he's the guy that says, "Sir, they're incoming," and then presses a button to bring the scanner up.
Yeah, exactly. We give him a few of those moments like scattered throughout the movie, and then maybe there's like a surprise like sort of death scene for him so he can really ham it up.
Alas, this rebar through my liver. Slowly I die. I die. Are we not all alone in death? Nay, my brothers are around me. These happy few. This band of mech warriors.
Between your wall building speech and that, I feel like you are just blowing it away today.
Thanks, I'm in a mood lately.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I've been
Keep
sleeping and getting sunlight.
Yeah. Good.
And doing things I enjoy.
It.
It's crazy. And my cat only bit me once this week. It's wild. Yeah.
Amazing.
I know.
Amazing.
I know. Sometimes you feel like you're at the top of the world.
That's right.
All right.
It's beautiful.
Any closing notes here?
That's all I got today.
Another win for the Hillbilly.
That's right. Chalking it up.
You know, on my list of people who could make it to the finale, I'm going to just be honest. You were never on that list. Fair. For me, it was always Seth versus Hunter McGregor. I don't want to show favoritism, right? Whoever wins, wins. I'm not going to guide the series in any particular direction.
I get it.
But I made that list before you made the Billy back. You know, like,
it is monstrous.
Hunchback is fine, right? But those two are throwing around like 90 to 95 ton mechs. It's just not happening. They're solid walls of weapons. Now you're up there too. You've got a solid wall of weapons as well.
That really was the thing that informed this design 100%. It's like it's tournament time.
We're slowly phasing out all of the TSM mechs as well. It's so weird that in the final season, the thing that half the cast is known for is basically not happening anymore.
You say that, but the Billy back has TSM.
Yeah, but I didn't see you charging forward with a hatchet in order to adjudicate.
No, that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
We'll save that for the right moment.
You got to do some like Warhammer 40k Chaos Gate shit on Seth when you fight him. You just out of nowhere, he's like, I survived the shooting round, and then you just like show up behind him and you're like, nothing personal, kid. With like a chain axe.
It would be beautiful. I don't have that skill. I wish I did.
Katana.
Yeah.
Mech Mace and Mech Katana are on the field.
I was going to say, we almost got to see a Mech Mace, but
I shot it off, unfortunately.
You did.
I shot the hand and I shot the mace off. It's incredible.
Yep.
What can I say? Jordan Payne, what a competitor.
Exactly.
I now measure alpha strikes by the percentage of Jordan Payne amount of damage that you can do.
Yeah, the pain meter.
I guess you will know pain. All right, that's it. Friends, we'll see you. I think we're recording the last episode for this week on Saturday, so I guess I'll see you Sunday afternoon for the last part of this bracket, and then we'll wait a couple days and start scheduling the next round of matches. And I guess we'll see whether Hillbilly will be facing Vimy or Asator then. Who do you want to fight more, Vimy or Asator?
I mean, like storyline wise, fighting Vimy is.
I know it's the class. It's been in the background. You guys have never been openly hostile towards each other, but it's been building for a long time.
Right. We've worked together. We've done good things, but you know the whole sort of nonsense around closing down access to supplies and getting essentially Apex Dragons blacklisted, all that. It's there for sure. But at the same time, it's just, I feel like this entire tournament arc is like, oh, I get to fight another player. That's fun.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, either way, I'm happy. That's what it boils down to.
I'm glad that the cast is happy. Somebody's happy here at least. All right, that's it. Have a good time zone, y'all.